got Garth Bolden with Gateway Tire. Really excited to have a show here. We're back at Tony's Eat and Drink. We have a live feed going out there on the Williamson Herald and Gateway Tire Facebook pages. Garth, another big week of athletics here. We had a fun show on Friday on our high school power hour on 104.5 The Zone. And sure enough, we get to come right back out Monday nights here at Tony's.
I wondered which one of us was going to be first at confusing the two.
Yeah, it was going to be a thing. We got multiple shows. That's the thing.
And I'm glad it was
we,
you.
We bookend it.
I'm
That's
glad
the thing.
it was you instead of me because we don't have much sleep between Friday night.
No, things happen in a hurry.
And we finish up late
Yep.
on Friday night, and then we come back here early on a Monday night. So there's not a lot of sleep between those two times.
Yeah, it was a pretty busy weekend too. I know we had a lot of big football games here. Actually, Saturday morning I did a charity bike ride too, so that really kind of kicked my butt. So still playing catch up. Let's put it that way.
That's just a normal day for you.
Oh, without a doubt. But yeah, now we just get to redo it all again.
And then you come in here tonight and you bring cross country in here.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you know how much I don't like running.
Oh,
and you have to bring that show in here.
We love it.
Or
it's going to be so much fun.
Good grief.
We're going to have Summit Cross Country in the house. We got Brentwood Volleyball. We have some Franklin Christian Academy football players making their way over from practice right now, too. So it's really important to have a lot of that. But throughout the hour here, hour plus, we're going to have a good one here. And we got special guests, too.
We do. We do have a special guest, and we'll get to him in a little while. He's big. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. He's a big fella.
It might be better if you just slide over and he takes that spot up when he does come, right?
Yeah, because he's going to dwarf
you. Can't fit
he's going to dwarf
no.
you and I.
No.
So, anyway, but it ought to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting to have him with us, and I'm looking forward to him joining us.
Well, again, we're going to go over some of our normal scoreboard items, things like that, but I think it's important to kind of get our Brentwood volleyball team recognized right away. There is we're going to find out a little more about the evening setup here. But if we can get Coach Sarah Rucker to come on up here and join us first, we'll get introduced.
Yeah, while she's coming up, why don't you go over our sponsors real quick?
Yes. Our great sponsors out there include Tim Thompson, Premier Realtors, Gateway Tire and Service, Toyota Cool Springs, Matthews Team Sports, John Mayer Builders, Civil Construction as well. We got Coach Sarah Rucker of Brentwood High, the volleyball leader here in the house. Coach, welcome. Back to the show. Good to see you again.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah.
I really, again, appreciate you on a short notice coming in like this, but this was pretty special because we get to talk about one of your seniors, one of your leaders, one of your big contributors. It's going to be a lot of fun. But before we get into that, I know we got another big matchup coming up tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about the first half of District 10 AAA play and what we found out.
Yes. Well, we opened up with the state champs of Nolensville, and we were able to get a sweep. So we were very excited to, we were very excited to just kick off our season, coming out, getting, that game mentally out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Playing them 5 times last year and in the state championship, just we wanted to go in there and really set a precedent of what we're doing this season. So that was great. And then we finished the first half of the district. Unfortunately, we took a loss, but it's early, and it's good to figure out what we need to improve on and our areas of weakness. And so we did lose to Summit, but we also played them early, and so we beat them at their place, and then they came to our place, and we lost. So that's going to be a team that I'm sure we're going to see again, whether in the district or the region. But last week was a busy week for us. We played 3 matches, Centennial, and then we had at Page, and then we hosted Franklin, and it went 3-0, 3-1, 3-2. So that was a lot of volleyball for us after coming back from Gunnersville down in Alabama. So we are enjoying our week of rest, although it's homecoming for our school this week. And kind of just want to share why I'm wearing red because, in our school, we don't wear red. But unfortunately, we experienced the loss of a sophomore, Chethan Babu, and he was very well loved, very well, admired by his peers, and he had an accident this weekend. And so his favorite color, his favorite team was Ole Miss, and we all wore red today. I'm sure you'll start to hear more and see more about that and how it's impacting our community. But we wanted to show support, and of course, a lot of our girls are affected by that. So I'm repping red for Chathan. He was a wonderful young man.
Coach, we understand there's a little event recognizing and honoring him tonight at Brentwood. We thank you for being here with us tonight. We know that there's a heavy burden upon you all, but thank you so much here. Where do things stand right now in the district? I mean, I know that overshadows volleyball but sometimes playing the sport helps heal the mind anyway and physically as well. Where do things stand in the district right now?
Yeah, well, thankfully, we're number one. Okay, so even taking that loss to Summit, we will, go through the second half. Since we've already played them twice, we'll just have to play, the others. But I'm not, I'm never too confident. As you know, in this district, you have to respect everybody you play every night. The talent is loaded. Every team has a major terminator on their squad that can do damage, leads the team, whether that's Maggie at Summit, whether, Franklin has, I think, Lucy Rigger, and then, of course, Taylor at Nolensville. So everybody has their big guns. And it really does have to be, how are we showing up, and how are we moving as a team? And that's what I told the girls today about being together. It's better to be together. It's better to go through practice, even if we're just going through the emotions, to be together and to understand that, we need to stay focused and stay locked in, because this is a big week as we're turning the corner into the second half of district. We want to maintain first place seeding, and we want to, because we set up the tournament this year with having first and second with a bye. So that is really amazing. I'm so glad that my peers that I coach with kind of thought that was a good, benefit to have. So that would lead us into playing Sunday, I think around 4:30, if that's what the projection is, and then Monday night is our championship during fall break, or that kickoff that weekend of fall break. So, yeah, we want to stay on top.
So only one game to play into the championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, so that is motivation, and that's, a huge benefit with playing our district and playing 5 sets, 4 sets. Rest is really crucial.
Right away we go into, like you said, we got Nolensville tomorrow on the road. Then you host Ravenwood. Going back to last week a little bit, what we learned from facing that Centennial Page Franklin. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, back to back to back. I know in terms of the coaching side of things, not having any time to practice or anything. We're just going out, we're playing, and coming off a big weekend on top of that. What was, I guess, today kind of like, and even, through the weekend with some of these, like, hey, we could go back and we're trying to, maybe do a little fix up here, a little tweak here and there before we start this week and kind of get rolling again?
Well, Coach Pate, my assistant's over here as well, and we say all the time, you live and die by serve and pass. So if you cannot keep the ball in play and we can't pass well, it does not matter how many offensive threats that we have, and we're loaded with lots of talent. We got to be able to serve and pass, and so we met our goal against Franklin, and we passed really well. I think that we passed a 2.28. And so that was our goal, was to pass 2.0. And then offensively, we want our attackers to stay in the positive. And I think our hitting percentage was definitely in the positive, but it was more like 25, 27%. So that's also really important, to minimize our errors and really control the ball so we can run our offense and be, loaded, like, use those talents.
I know we're going to talk specifically about one of your seniors here too, but you mentioned so many different weapons out there. I mean, you got a couple setters to work with this year too. Yes. That kind of thing. The dynamic of this team, having a couple fresh veteran faces on this team. How's this team kind of built a fresher camaraderie this year versus last year?
Yeah, well, 6 of our seniors are committed, including Miss Washington over here. And so that it just kind of relieves and takes the pressure off that they're not, still searching for a home. Some are going to be graduating early and going in December. Daisy is, I believe Queen is. She's going up to Syracuse. Lindsay Large going to JMU, and Lauren Duncan going to BYU. I think Eliza's going to stay. I'm pretty sure Samaria is going to stay. Eliza has her twin brother on the basketball team, so wants to be there for him. But that talent, that experience, and then working these new players, Queen, it has been, tremendous asset to us in the back, filling Ava Sulcer in that libero role. And she has just continued to get better every match, and that's important because, working new players and chemistry is really critical. And so she's getting those reps. She's getting comfortable running her backcourt. And I think, defense, like many other sports, wins games. And so if we can keep that ball off the floor and we can get a lot of blocks and touches, like Samaria, typically leads our team in blocks and touches, that's going to be really crucial. So having 6 seniors that are going to play next season in college at the collegiate level, it helps them prepare for this, the intensity that is WillCo.
Yeah. Totally.
And we're playing other D1 athletes on the other side with height and with skill. So it's only making us better and preparing them for the next 4 years.
And a lot of those young ladies play club together, so they know each other.
They all know. The
very
volleyball
well.
world is so small. They've been playing together and against each other since middle school. So yes.
Now Daisy, if my memory serves me correctly, she got preseason All-American, or was it?
Not All-American. I think her and Eliza got the preseason player of the year, accolade. They made a team from the Tennessean.
Okay.
And then Eliza, Lauren, and Daisy were all-state, last season. So
Where did Daisy commit to?
North Florida.
North Florida. Okay.
When it comes to this team, let's chat a little bit about this. So first off, let's introduce this award a little bit. So we do a Heart of the Team award here at the WillCo Sports Power Hour. We're talking here with Coach Rucker of Brentwood Volleyball, and one of your seniors we got selected as our Heart of the Team, and that's that senior leader, that unsung hero, that one who does the dirty work, all the little stuff, and at the same time is a leader and a big contributor to the team on and off the court. And I think Samaria is one of those that really kind of fits that profile really
Definitely.
well. Coach, can you tell us a little bit about this senior? I mean, because again, we're loaded with seniors, but this is one of those pieces that we've just gotten so used to seeing her playing Brentwood volleyball.
Yeah, well, first, credit to these 2 wonderful human beings right in front of me, because without them, honestly, as soon as I got to Brentwood, they have been, very supportive. They've been having my back. They have been advocating not only for their daughter, but, for me in spaces I am not. So I want to just give it up to Dell and Howard. They are there. They are supportive, and they know what it means to be, parents that, are involved but not overstepping their roles. And so Samaria is one that is typically quiet, but every year I've been pulling more and more out of her, getting her more vocal, getting her understanding, her role on the team. And like I said, besides the dirty work, because that girl will go dive for a ball, she'll go, serve an ace, she'll come in and play back row defense, but she's also, people don't understand, middle position is one of the hardest positions on the volleyball court, because they often don't get set because they have to have a perfect ball, but they have to transition, they have to block, they have to they have to get out the way of the setter, they have to, then cover and all these things. And so she is such a wonderful example of what it means to put her team before herself. And, for that, her hard work, she was able to commit this summer to Cumberland and is going to be pursuing nursing and playing at the next level close by. So, we can all still support her. But she is really just that unsung hero, and I can't imagine where we would be without her, because she does so many of the little things that add up to big moments and big plays, and that's what makes her such a special player.
They look like really nice people.
They are.
But she doesn't. But she doesn't look soft-spoken.
She is, but she's working.
So is she going to be nervous coming up here?
She might be, but you know what? she's made for this. She's got to get ready for this next level. So this is perfect.
That's right. No better way than for us to put
Yes.
her on the spot. We're good at doing that. So you know what? Let's just go ahead
Right,
and
let's
let you introduce her. Bring her right on up here.
Samaria, Washington.
There it is.
Because if you do not say her name at an away game, her daddy will yell, Samaria. Come on, Samaria.
Samaria.
Thank you so much, Coach Rucker of Brentwood Volleyball here. Again, this is the WillCo Sports Power Hour. We're live at Tony's Eat and Drink. We got a live feed out there on our social media. Check out the Williamson Herald and Gateway Tire on Facebook. We'll have YouTube and Spotify and all that great stuff coming up too. But our latest Heart of the Team Award winner, Samaria, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, now you're going to have to speak into that microphone. Don't be soft-spoken. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because he's
Well,
going to
we
ask,
appreciate
he
it.
will ask the difficult questions. Me, I'll put it on a T for you, okay? Because I'm nice like that. He's mean. He's mean.
Well, we get to go into another matchup here with Nolensville here. I know you've been playing them way too much over the last few years here, but as we got a little bit from Coach Rucker there about just this is a veteran team here. Can you tell us a little bit about this Brentwood volleyball team and just how close you guys are, how you've been able to build on last year's state championship appearance as well too? Just what have we seen from Brentwood so far this year?
This team is definitely it's always getting better, always coming to practice, wanting to get better, and we always want to do our job as soon as we step on the court, finish in three, making sure we're not making silly little mistakes, and we just support each other every second we can on and off the court. Like today, we were supporting each other at practice. We talked because of the boy that passed away.
Yeah. I got you.
Before practice. So, yeah.
This group as a whole here, when you think about having so many of you playing together for so long, and then adding Queen and Lindsay into the equation a little bit, what was that kind of like early on? Because here, everybody's pretty much a veteran. They're veteran players. They just haven't been a part of the Bruins program per se here. So tell us about that transition a little bit and what you all kind of learned about each other too.
When they came onto the team, they immediately brought amazing plays. They have amazing volleyball IQ. They didn't really, the mesh happened like immediately, in my opinion. I think we all play really well together, and they do their job, and they do it really well when we play.
One of the things, with this show over the last few years, Garth has been learning a lot beyond football and basketball, and we tease him about running all the time. He's learning about volleyball and soccer.
I like volleyball.
Yeah.
I actually do like volleyball.
There you go.
Can't stand running, but I like volleyball.
Coach mentioned it, your position, playing the middle, especially on this team here. I mean, I'm looking at the stats. You're actually leading the team in blocks, but at the same time, finding your position. Can you just kind of describe being a middle player and what that kind of takes? Because, I mean, you're doing a little bit of everything and you're constantly moving, it seems like, too.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of mental toughness and support from my teammates, which they do a lot. So that helps me want to be better, want to get that block when we have like a good swing or a good dig. Just want to get the point so that they can show what that they just did. Like it's good.
So here I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put the ball on the tee for you, okay? Or I'm going to put it up there so you can spike it. This is for my educational purposes. In that camera right there, there's a lot of people watching in that camera, so no pressure. But question, you got 6 players going to the next level. How many players are on the court?
6.
So all 6 of your team are playing at the next level.
Yes.
So you're the coach on the floor.
I mean,
Yes.
sort
Go
of,
ahead.
right? Yeah.
Go ahead. Now's your opportunity to say, yeah, that's me.
I think we're all coaches. on the
Coach
floor.
chose you to be the heart of the team.
I just think everybody on the court brings a little piece. To
All right,
bring it
so
all
when the
together.
huddle gets together, y'all are down. Okay, let's say you're down to Nolensville. I got a feeling Nolensville's probably your biggest rivalry. Is that correct?
Yes.
That doesn't take a rocket scientist because, we don't have, I guarantee you, he and I don't have as high a GP put together as you got right now. So anyway, you're down to Nolensville. You huddle up. Who amongst you is going to be in there in the middle of the huddle telling the young ladies, we got this? Who's going to do that?
I think all of our seniors, especially Eliza, Daisy, Lauren, we'd all bring a little piece in the huddle to make sure we all get our heads in the game and to clean it up and make sure we do our jobs.
I can almost rotate between everybody, right? It's like, well, it's you say it this time, right?
Yeah.
So why volleyball? You could have played a lot of sports. I know you're very athletic, so why volleyball?
I love the competitiveness and the fact that there's like always action happening. Like there's never a point you can just take a break. You're always doing something, always looking to see what's next, what you can do next, looking to help your other teammates do their job and just finish out the set.
Mm-hmm.
The game.
So is there more action in volleyball than there is in running?
Yes, I think so.
Do you like to run?
No.
See, Charles,
Yeah.
I'm not alone up here on this stage.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I'm
Thank you
excited
very
to
much.
have-
Thank you for raising a wonderful young lady. She's very intelligent.
This choosing Cumberland. Tell us a little bit about this next level for you too. I know we got a lot of volleyball to be played. I'm not trying to jump ahead, parents, at all here, but the idea of getting to play at that next level. Tell us a little bit about what that means to you and how excited you are.
I'm definitely really excited. I'm looking forward to getting to form a connection with another group of amazing girls who are just as competitive as the Brentwood team now, and being able to make myself better by playing with such amazing talent, just like I do now with amazing talent on Brentwood. There's this amazing talent on Cumberland, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
As the heart of the team, anytime we have somebody recognized for this award, we always ask about a little piece of advice, some kind of parting advice about being a good teammate, being a good student athlete, things like that. That's one of those things for asking for you here. What would you say to, a younger teammate, younger player, somebody out there aspiring to maybe be in your shoes someday? Tell us a little advice about what it takes to get there and just how you got to go out and carry yourself every day.
I think the biggest thing is definitely working hard every day. You want to always come in to practice the games with I want to get better mindset, even if it's just 1% better, and also making sure you have fun, because if you're not having fun, it's really hard to get better. So those are my two biggest things.
So you got some homework to do, okay? We know that this also is going to fall on Coach, all right? I'm going to let her carry this one a little bit too. Obviously, you guys will probably be back on our show before season end, okay? You got homework. Last week, Paige was here. Now, we're going to give you a mulligan tonight. You know what a mulligan is in golf? That means you get a free shot. You don't count that shot. So we're not going to count this shot tonight for you, okay? Because this would be that serve that goes out of bounds. The next serve's got to be an ace. When y'all are back on this show, your entire team has to be here. Because Paige last week was here, and their entire team was here, and they filled up that entire side. So next week, well, excuse me, it may not be next week, but when y'all are back on here, you got to fill this place up, okay? You can't let, because right now, Paige is number one in filling the place up.
Yeah.
I just said I'm giving you a mulligan tonight. I'm giving you a mulligan tonight. So, yeah, see, y'all gonna show up next time.
We will.
Last thing before we let you go, obviously a big match tomorrow against Nolensville on the road. Tell us your thoughts going into that. What's it going to take for you guys to come out with another win?
I think everyone definitely needs to be. We can't take a break, and we can't, especially if we're up, we can't just feel like we can slack off. So everybody has to do their job, making sure not any silly mistakes, but everyone's coming in with their A game, trying to put their 100% effort into every play.
I like it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm planning on being there. That is a big matchup. Brentwood at Nolensville, District 10 AAA volleyball. Samaria, thank you so much for coming on and joining us here on the WillCo Sports Power Hour.
Yeah,
Thank you for inviting
you're
me.
a true sport for being here tonight. As I spoke with Coach, we know you guys have a lot of burden on your hearts tonight for what happened to one of your classmates, and we wish your entire school, a lot of thoughts and prayers go out to the entire school. Not an easy thing to understand and deal with. So the best of luck to y'all tomorrow. May the court bring you a lot of fun and get a lot of clearness on your mind, okay?
Thank you.
Looking forward to having you all back. Samaria Washington, our latest Heart of the Team Award winner. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again. This is the WillCo Sports Power
You
Hour
did
brought
good.
to you by
You
so
did
many
good.
of our great sponsors out there. Tim Thompson, Premier Realtors, Gateway Tire and Service, and Toyota Cool Springs. Samaria, man, we appreciate it. Best of luck tomorrow. We'll see you out there, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we got some swag coming, so I have a meeting tomorrow morning, so we got swag coming. We'll make sure you get some, okay?
Yes, thank you. So again, if you want to check this out, we're on Facebook, live streamed, the Williamson Herald and Gateway Tire. Again, some of those sponsors include Civil Construction, John Mayer Builders, and Matthews Team Sports. I think we got our guests coming up here, right?
Yep.
It's that time. It's time for us to look really, really out of shape.
Yeah, that's right.
It's that time. Yes.
I told you he was big.
Are we going to fit behind the table, man?
Well, we got to get the whole camera on him. I mean,
Yeah.
if I have to be overshadowed by this beast, I mean, good grief. Adam Dirks, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Adam, man, we had you hanging out last week, getting us chat a little bit about everything here, man. Just tell us, introduce yourself to everybody here.
I'm a professional strongman. I retired. I do a few world records still, but that's my main background.
Okay. You said professional strongman, and that's something that you just don't hear very often. Can you describe that a little bit more?
Elaborate on what
Yeah.
strongman he is. Now, I got an idea of strongman, but tell us what the world records are in. I didn't even know this. I didn't know you had world records. You never have told me that.
I have deadlift world records and the Atlas stones, so concrete balls lift up on a platform.
That is, I think, strongman competitions. Those are the massive, and they
Target balls.
Yeah. But they get heavier and heavier as you go up.
Yep, and the
What-
platforms, the heights adjust.
What kind of weights are we talking about here then?
500 plus.
500?
500 per rock.
Yeah.
Huh.
500 pounds. You're squatting down, picking up 500 pounds, and then stacking it
And it's
on
a
top.
sphere on top of that. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you actively train for that kind of thing? Because that is a very unique, like just wrapping around a big ball is something hard in itself, and then
Right.
for weight, like that takes a lot.
Yeah, we actually have the molds for them, so we make them ourselves to practice with them. Gyms just don't have them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like just roll into a gym and be like, hey, you got a 400, 500-pound
Now,
rock.
you
for
hold
me to lift
record.
up?
You
Yeah.
hold world records in that, right?
Yeah.
But one of the other things, Charles, that he does is he pulls these like fire engines. He gets down on all fours and can pull a fire engine. Or then he gets down on his back and pulls a fire engine.
Okay. All right.
Now, I said this earlier. We question people's intelligence all the time on this show. I do question his intelligence from time to time because he does train me, and that's what he is doing now professionally. He is a professional trainer, and that's why I wanted him on the show with us tonight, not only to speak of his accolades that he does carry, but to talk a little bit about what he's doing now because he does train some high school athletes, and I wanted him to talk about what he felt like the importance was in the proper training for these high school athletes.
Yeah. Give us any kind of breakdown you can. That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, any sort of training with weights is just going to enhance their jumping abilities, their speed, their tackling power, how hard they can hit. So it's just kind of a stone to turn over to just make them better athletes.
When it comes to working with younger athletes like this too, at the high school level and actually lower than that too, can you kind of talk a little bit about the progression as you get older a little bit and how you maybe change some of that overall? I mean, there's a lot of shifting and transformation that happens.
Yeah, the first thing is just teaching them the proper technique. I mean, I can't tell you how many gyms I go into and everybody's squatting wrong. With the young kids, the first thing I get them is a broomstick and learn how to squat properly. So that way they can carry that for as long as their career.
Is Garth any good at any of that? Like, does he actually listen?
We haven't got to that.
Oh, okay,
yet.
he's
I'm
still
not
he's still on
squatting.
the broomstick.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Not yet.
I go to him to improve my core now
And lose weight
and lose weight, which I'm not losing weight,
and get stronger.
but I am getting stronger and I am getting better with my conditioning. So I've had a little setback, not his fault. It's something I did on my own. I decided to pick up a big old barrel and move it and twist it and hurt myself. So that wasn't his fault. That was my fault. We were doing really good, as a matter of fact. But I do train with Adam, and I do have a membership at another gym locally in this town. I'm not going to mention the names. But one of the things that I want to give him a shout out and opportunity is Adam is now a part of the Common Ground gym,
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
is at the old Admission Center behind Gateway Tire and Service Center. And one of the things that is a misconception is the cost involved with working out in a individual gym. And this is what's so unique with Adam and Common Ground, if anybody doesn't know, and probably doesn't know because they're not doing really any advertising, is owned by a gentleman named Gunnar Peterson. Well, Gunnar Peterson is one of the top trainers in the world, most known trainers in the world. His client list has been historic. He was the head trainer for the Lakers for 3 years. Adam joined Common Ground. It is a private training facility. One of the most things that's most misunderstood is the hourly rate of what you're paying Adam, an individual trainer, versus what you're paying trainers at some of these other gyms, plus the membership. You're coming out ahead with a private trainer in a private gym, in a private setting.
Let alone a professional strongman trainer, right?
That's
Come on.
exactly
Yes.
right.
That's the selling point.
Adam,
See, I
can
gave you a plug. I told you I was going to plug.
There we go.
Well, give us that breakdown a little bit. What's it take to work with you and get better?
Honestly, it's just contacting us, setting up a consult, and working with one of the trainers. Between all of us, we kind of take care of everybody that comes up.
And you might be lifting 500-pound rocks at some point then, huh?
Hey,
I mean,
you did have somebody.
I do have 70-year-old guys lifting 500 pounds.
He did. He did. The other night, he had a guy that was 70-something years old
73.
that was doing some deadlifts, right?
Yep.
And he was headed to a competition, and Adam was helping him correct. How much was he deadlifting there the other night?
Mid-fours. Just warming up.
70-something years old and deadlifting, and Adam was helping him with the technique because he was headed to a competition.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing. It really is.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm not going to name drop, but you can also run in while you're training up there. There's sometimes there's some celebrities in there too working out. So if you might get an opportunity to get an autograph. But when you walk in there, you see all this stuff. I'm trying to get a Kobe Bryant signed jersey, as a matter of fact.
Jeez. All right.
There's
Wow.
one on the wall.
There's
but
one on the wall.
Somebody will notice if it's gone.
And
yeah,
one,
exactly.
And one autographed by Magic Johnson, and about 10 other Lakers jerseys autographed up there. You want me to keep name dropping?
No, that's
Sylvester
funny.
Stallone, The Rock,
Okay.
Tom Brady, all the Kardashians. All of that stuff's in
Yeah.
there. I mean, you walk in there and you go, Holy cow, somebody knows somebody. And Adam now, he's working out some celebrities too.
Mm-hmm.
That's you, Garth.
Yeah, that's me. right here on the WillCo Sports Power Hour.
He's not on the wall over there yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hey, I'm
Soon.
gonna go put my name on the wall. I'm gonna go sign my name on there. Gunner might kill me if he sees
Yeah.
me doing it, but Adam, he'll know what it means.
Adam, real quick before we let you go, can you speak a little bit on the nutrition side of things of actually everything? Because this is, I mean, it goes hand in hand with so much of actually just being in shape, being healthy, and those kind of things. Can you speak on that for us a little bit?
Yeah, that's honestly one of the things. If I could switch when I was younger, would be taking the nutrition a lot more serious. A lot of kids, they're just not hungry, and I think it holds back their genetic potential.
Mhm.
So with a lot of the kids that I coach, I push them to have protein, have the extra calories. Don't be afraid of peanut butter. Just try to keep everything healthy, but try to eat enough.
Yeah, yeah. That's, talking with a lot of different athletes, the food for fuel kind of mentality, and then just actively eating correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No junk food.
Yeah, no junk food. Oh, man. Okay. Well,
I get in trouble for that one.
Yeah, yeah. Curious on your front, is there a cheat meal of some sort that you fall back on? Like a
Sushi.
Sushi? Okay. All right.
Oh, sushi, a cheat meal.
Because it's not on the diet.
Yeah, there we go.
We ain't discussing that.
No. Let's see.
My cheat meal's right here at Tony's Eat and Drink
Yeah.
on Monday nights.
Mm-hmm. Well, that tells you a little bit on the nutrition side on his end right there, right?
I
That's
catch
why
them
I
all the
work
time.
out.
Sushi was supposed to be great, I thought. Yeah.
That's why I work out.
Yeah.
So I can eat.
I love it.
But see, I'm offsetting because I'm getting leaner.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they tell me. I'm getting leaner. So my weight's not bad. I'm getting leaner.
Well, Adam,
You can tell, can't you, Charles?
Is there any social media places where we should go to find you?
Yeah, all of my socials are Adam Dirks.
Adam Dirks.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we're looking forward to having you around more. Sorry you got to put up with Garth so much, but we do appreciate you
don't mind
coming
it.
up and taking some time here.
Not going to have me this week much because I got to recover. That's stupid. I'm just telling you right now, I was flat stupid. I hate to use the stupid word, but, it was dumb what I did, and I'm paying the price.
Well, we have a great trainer here locally. Everybody, please check out Adam Dirks. We appreciate you coming on, man, and sharing some thoughts with us.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
you guys.
Yes,
Yeah, we'll
yes.
have him. We'll have him back. You know what? My goal is this right here, and we'll be able to do it sometime if I can make this work. Thanks, buddy. I want to have an event. I want to do this because I think we can do it. Adam, would you be up for this? If we could get enough participation from these high schools, that parking lot's pretty level out there, right?
This is the one
All right,
behind us.
right
this
here
section,
behind
yeah.
us. This right here behind it. If we could get enough people here, you think you could pull a big old vehicle right out here, right outside? That'd
And
be
then
cool.
We'll bring a golf cart for you to try.
Ain't happening. That's like running. It ain't happening. See, that's one thing Adam knows. I'm not running. I told him, listen, I reserve the right to say no. And when he says you guys going to do this, I'm like, nope.
Well, great transition here because we are going to talk about running. We're going to talk cross country.
I knew it was
With-
coming. I
Yes.
knew it was coming.
And it's a fun one. We have Sienna Anderson in the house here. We have Coach Stevenson here as well. Coach, if you don't mind coming up here, we're going to get introduced to the Summit Cross Country team and hear about, a pretty successful weekend and a couple weeks here because these girls are making some noise here. Recently, we did have a Gateway Tire Athlete of the Week in sophomore Lorelei Witten. I know she couldn't be here tonight, but hey, Coach, let's go right into this weekend, the Southern Showcase, because this team's coming away, and I think we got some hardware.
We did. We got hardware. It's been a while since we've had hardware. I don't know if ever any hardware that big.
Yeah.
That's a big trophy.
Well, like we said, I mean, I mentioned the Southern Showcase. This is down in Alabama. The opportunity to do, it's one of those circled ones, and I think for once it actually wasn't wet and grimy out there. but you guys had pretty decent weather and a fantastic showing. Telling us how the girls did competing against so many other runners from different states.
Yeah, it was amazing. At about a mile and a half, and I thought this might be how it played out a little bit. A group of girls comes in the lead pack, and it's all Middle Tennessee girls. So 2 girls from Rockville, 2 girls from Summit, and a girl from Station Camp. So we knew the quality of runners that are in the area. So to see that on that stage in Alabama with so many runners from different states was pretty special. And then it's just coming down to who's fixing to get out and go after it. And it's hard to get around and see the course all the way, and they're starting races so fast, so I want to go see guys who are starting the next race. And so I'm kind of watching both, and I'm in a pretty good spot to see where it's going to come through. And I'm curious of where it's going to come down to, and I see the orange coming. I specifically chose orange for our singlets a couple years ago because I got tired of losing who our runners were. So you can see the orange coming, and it's in front of the rock, in that Rockville blue, and we're in front of that. And it's Sienna is getting after it, and she's bringing that final kick. Who she told me, she said, I think I can outkick.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm hanging in there, I can outkick this.
Mm-hmm.
There it was, and she brought it. It was special.
Well, that's we're going to get to chat with her, and I actually have a pretty fun award that we're developing this year. We're doing it a Tough as Nails award, because when you have to grind to a finish like that, we're here. We got her joining us here too. Again, Sanderson, thank you so much for coming on here and joining us here and featuring, getting to feature running is such a fun one here too. But we heard Coach mention this. Can you explain the finish and coming out on top at the Southern Showcase real quick?
So basically for like the entirety of the race, I was just trying to stick with those Rockville runners, like those. Oh, sorry. I was trying to stick with those 2 Rockville runners and just trying to keep up with them and just pace off of them, and it was mostly going for placement mostly, and then about where the straightaway is for Southern Showcase, I just knew I could outkick them, like Coach said. I've been working on that for the past couple of weeks, and just outkicking them, just putting in the work.
Well, that's that opportunity, I think. So it's the Haley sisters from Rockville, right?
Yes.
Lorelei's right there, and I think I go back to the Voiles. Lorelei was able to get them by a stride, and I think Banavac was right there too. Correct. These are runners we see every weekend now here too, and then seeing them back-to-back weekends for you. Coach, when you think about just this area beyond Williamson County, Middle Tennessee for that matter, this is a tough place to go out and get any victory.
It is so tough. Yeah, when you look at the region that we run into and who we have to compete against just to make it out of the region to go to state, it's like state B just to even make it out. And so in the past, knowing that only 3 teams could come out, those top 5 that not on a team to advance to state, we knew it was going to be tough. And they made that change last year to allow 4 teams now out of the region. And so I'm kind of thinking, okay, that this is pretty good opportunity. But then the girls have worked so hard that it's been special to watch.
Sienna, tell us a little bit about this team, because I know there's been some individual success here, but this team as a whole has been rising a ton as well. And we're talking about sharing a region with the 5-time defending state champs, they're nationally ranked and all that stuff too. But I mean, this is a tough place to run, and this team they're contending, they're fighting for this spots.
Yeah, I'm very, very thankful for this team. It's a very big blessing for me. Just having the team grow up together and kind of just be able to hang out together outside of practice, I think is a big aspect of it. Just having that team culture that we have, just also like the Christ-centered team aspect that we have, that we all like get to pray together before our races, and like we have each other to lean on outside of just running, and just being able to support each other all the way through, and having these new girls come in and them just like jumping right into the culture and just adding to it too.
Coach, can you kind of talk a little bit about this group and how, as a whole, it's actually growing too? I know you got more runners than we're probably used to as well. What's going on at Summit now? How's this the success kind of expanding here?
It's the girls. They come up and say, oh, so and so told me that I should come out for cross country. And I'm like, oh, who is that? Kenzie's recruiting, Sienna's recruiting. It's amazing. But Sydney Branson is. They keep bringing girls, and we knew there were girls there. It's just, like Garth said, he doesn't want to run. So how do you talk those girls in and want to come out and run? And it's been fun to see them build the program just by that invitation, just being who they are, and people wanting to be around them is why they come out. I mean, it's hard work. It's not easy. So for them to come out and jump in, it's amazing.
The breakthrough win at a Southern Showcase like that, what's that do for your confidence as a runner, Sienna? Because this is one of those where the levels over the days at this meet alone is so special. To see the college level runners out there, to see the youthful ones, everybody being a part. This is a massive meet to be a part of and get to be around. And here you get to be on top of the podium there.
Yeah, I think it was a really good opportunity to have that be my second race that we did. Just having that be so me being so successful, and that set me up for the season, I think. And I'm super excited to just see how it continues.
When it comes to going back to back like this too, Coach, I mean, these are two big races. You open at Boyles, and then right away we go into another one. The idea of competing and going all out back to back like that, can you tell us a little bit about that? Because that's a lot.
It's a terrible idea. Not the schedule that I wanted to have for sure, and then having Lorelei running the Firehawk Invitational, those 3 weeks in a row, that was really tough to get out and get after it. And it's just the way the meets fell, where we wanted to go. We want to go over and check out Shelby Farms. There's only one meet. That's where state will be. There's only one meet that we could go attend, and so that was going to be the same weekend that Jesse Owens, where we'd like to go in Alabama. I'd love to switch back and forth Southern Showcase, Jesse Owens, but it didn't work out this year. So Southern Showcase, it needed to be it to go. So when I looked at the schedule, I was like, this is not great, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
So we knew who we'd be running against, and it paid off.
Was it a slightly lighter week in terms of workouts? Just a little bit?
Moving up, yeah. I mean, we're still working hard. We've got a while until regions and state. A lot of girls, some of the guys are planning on furthering their season a little bit further on. So we're still getting after it. But yeah, there's this mindful of what's happening for sure.
Well, I was trying to find my notes because I watched the race itself, and because I wanted to just see how things were going there. And I couldn't find my full notes, but I didn't even actually say the time. So again, pulling this up, Sienna ran a 17:42 low on this. And when you think about that, Coach, you described it first about looking at maybe near the end there and seeing her with the Haley girls, like, man, she's right here. I want to hear your side, because if I remember correctly, going back maybe the final 500 or 600 meters is about where you kind of made a move with those girls, because you're right there with them. And tell me about making that little surge to get a little separation. What was going through your mind, Sienna? How'd you pull that off?
I think it was just staying calm the entire race, beforehand. Every time I would get tensed up or think about the finish, I would just take a deep breath, calm it down, and just race smart and smart behind them, and just stay using them as pacing almost. And once I got to the finish, that last 600, 700 meters, I just knew that was all straight, it was all flat, and I had it in me to kick it in. It was in my body. I just had to fight my mind on that. So it was just.
Let's see. The first, through that first couple miles there, I mean, how are you kind of just working out what's going through your mind, knowing I want to save a little bit, because I do know that I think I got that kick. I think I got something in me. How were you kind of staying right near the front that whole time?
I was just trusting in the abilities that God has given me, and just making sure I was leaning in on that, and just, I don't know, I was trying to keep calm and keep that peace that God has given me.
Coach, how would you describe her running style and what, just how she attacks a meet? What do you see from her as a runner, and how do you kind of describe her?
Determined. That's what it is. Determination.
That definitely, that's a massive part of this, especially when we're talking about finding extra gears after grinding to a finish here, huh? Okay.
It is. And coming through sophomore year, making that run to state, and then seeing that look in her eyes, like, this was fun, I want to come back. And then she got after it, and then Kinsey goes, and Lorelai goes, right? And now she's still more determined and wants to go more. So it's fun to see what their effort is put together and what it's building. And then I'll talk about Miranda over here. She was coming from 8th grade last year, and then I saw that they were moving up to 4 teams, and I was substituting at Spring Station. I was in her class, and I said, "Hey, Miranda, we can take 4 teams to state next year." And she looked at me and said, "I got you, Coach."
Sienna, can you speak a little bit on having some of those younger teammates come in to really help flesh this out and really look at that opportunity like, hey, we could go to state as a team, and we should be going to state as a team and be contenders too?
Yeah, right now I think it's awesome that we have 2 freshmen being sub 20, and not only being sub 20, being like in the 1940s, which is amazing. And like just that I wasn't there when I was a freshman, and seeing them be there is so encouraging. And like just seeing the program as they like furthering, and like being able to have coach have a good team, and like just it's a really testament to his work for us, and just being able to have a good team, you know.
Coach, this looking at times here, like I got the rankings up right now from this season here, and the sub 18s. I mean, to crack into the top 10, you got to be in the 1750 lows, you know, which is insane. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around how fast everybody's getting over these last few years. And you know, we had a lot of good conversations with Lauren and Leah Banavac and Coach Doty and Demetra about the mile times, for example, in the spring, and so many sub 5 runs, you know. What's going on? How are we going to ever slow down? Or what's on the horizon?
I don't know. It's the determination that comes in, right? Then somebody goes. The Haley sisters coming in where they are running now. It's amazing. I'm like, they had a fantastic off season getting to train, and so who knows where the limit is? I mean, they're getting after it, but yeah, the way times are dropping it's fun.
Sienna, that kind of year over year, like, I mean, when it's lowering your PR by a few seconds here and there, or even just a second, you know, anytime you lower a PR is fantastic, but then to shave it by, wow, I wasn't even near there, or, you know, that kind of thought process. Can you speak about just that and what it does for you, and knowing like, hey, man, I wonder what the next one could bring?
I think it's really good to be like getting those PRs and like meeting those goals, because you always know you can do more. So like when I made it to state the first time, I was like, oh, I made it to state, but like, can I get on the podium of state? Can I like actually like do what I want to be doing? Like making those goals, always having like just bigger goals to like reach, I think is a big part of it. So.
Well, what's next? Where can we see y'all competing next year, Coach?
Next will be East Hickman.
Hickman, okay.
It'll be a weekday meet through the MSCCA. It is, the team does not look forward to it. And it's one that's purposefully on the schedule, kind of give a break from the weekend. But it's a hard course, and you go out, and I want them to focus on it as more of a training run, to get out and see what they can do on a difficult course like that. Face that adversity. Not all of our runners are going to run in it. It just doesn't make sense to put a race effort after, especially coming off of these 3 weeks, and the desire to take a team to state. So we're going to be smart with how we're running it, but that'll be the next one, and then we'll head down to Frank Horton night run on October 4th. That'll be the next big change to preview the state course.
And the night run, I love that too. And that's, again, you mentioned it, there's a big shift here within the mid-state, where the state championships now are over on the other side of the state. So that's going to be a little different, not in our backyard here.
It is a big difference.
Well, really looking forward to this. So Sienna, actually, this is part of a new award, and we do have a lot of swag coming up here. So we're still early on. We have, you know, sweatshirts and different things being ordered here, but I watched the race, and that determination and that grind is worthy of this award. We call it the Tough as Nails Award. And it truly is Tough as Nails, brought to you by Civil Construction. And part of that is you get some nails, because, oh my goodness, truly tough as nails, the runner, the champion at the Southern Showcase. Thank you so much, Sienna Anderson. Wow, Coach Stevenson, what a run.
It was a lot of fun to watch, and it is. That sums it up. Tough as nails.
Tough as nails. I appreciate it. Sienna, congratulations. Really looking forward to probably having you back here at some point too, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah, I look forward to coming back and talking about my career as a strongman.
Yeah, there we go, right?
Hey, you're invited, Coach,
Yes.
to come back when we have
Coach
that event.
Stevenson, thank you so much. Again, our tough as nails winner there, Sienna Anderson. I tell you, watching her grind and kick over the finish there to beat the Haley girls was pretty special.
Do I get a thing of nails? Because I'm determined not to run.
That might be a
They
thing.
said
yeah.
determination. I've got determination.
You're
not
determined
to run.
not to run. I get it.
That's right.
Well, we do have our final guest of the night here on the WillCo Sports Power Hour. Why don't we get Coach Jorgensen to come on up here and join us first here. We're going to have another discussion here and chat with our final guests here. This is the WillCo Sports Power Hour brought to you by Tim Thompson, Premier Realtors, Gateway Tire and Service, and Toyota Cool Springs. Coach Jorgensen here, part of the newly minted TSSAA team here locally, Franklin Christian Academy. And Coach, man, happy to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Well, I appreciate you guys inviting us, and we're excited.
Oh, man. Well, I tell you, thinking of how this year has started for you all and coming off a just massive win last week and an exciting finish for that matter, too. Can you just kind of describe how the season's kind of started for you all here? I think we're at 3-1, right?
Yes, sir. So if you told us we'd be at 3-1 and 1-0 in the region in our first year in TSSAA about 2 months ago, I don't know if I would have believed you. Obviously, we have a lot of hope, and we're working hard, but just moving into this first year, this transition year, and all the struggles that came with that, whether it's kids transferring out, whatever it is, getting a new staff in place, all of that, we just knew it was kind of stacked against us. But it's a testament to our guys. They've, especially our seniors, like the one you're going to hear from soon, you know, they buckled down, believed in what we're doing, and they're working their tails off, and 3-1 is the result of that.
There's just so much of the little stuff on the side, just scheduling, just all the little things of just that change. And I can see how that's almost distracting to be like, hey, we just still want to just go out and play football, but I don't know if we're going to be ready because we got all these things to figure out. Is that something to kind of think about in terms of that transition?
Absolutely. I've told a lot of people I very much underestimated transition. Anytime transition happens, I fully underestimated it. But obviously, as you guys know, we hired Darren Joins back in May, who came in as our associate athletic director and head basketball coach, and that was intentional because he's his TSSAA experience, obviously, a lot of years in it from an administrative level too, and so that's been huge. He's helped us, you know, those pitfalls that we didn't know coming, he's seen them, you know, in advance, so that's really helped us.
So, Coach, leading up to this season, were you guys playing a JV schedule, or was this your first year varsity?
So we were actually, when FCA was created, we were an 8-man football program.
Yeah.
So as
Yeah.
it was growing, last year we made the transition to 11-man football. Obviously, we caught it in between a cycle. So we played an independent schedule. We went 4-4 as an independent scheduled TSSAA schools, knowing that we were transitioning this year. So it was 8-man football since 2004 when the school was founded. They were rolling that, and then last year made the transition to 11, and then this year the first year in TSSAA.
So are you in Division II now? And I assume is that A or the smaller division? Is that correct? So you're playing Zion Christian, are they in some of those size schools?
Yeah, so for football, we're Division II Single A Middle Region. Zion is actually coming in. They'll be back in next year, but we're in the region with Nashville Christian, Friendship.
Nashville Christian.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Lord.
And we got our first test this week, so we're 3-1, but we got our first. We beat Ezel Harding in the region, but we have DCA at home this week, followed by Nashville Christian with Friendship looming right behind us. So we're about to enter really the meat of our schedule here, which we're excited for. It's the
I
test
didn't
we want.
realize you guys were already
That's that
in
middle region, yeah. It's
I
pretty
didn't
stacked
realize
up.
that. I mean, is Franklin Road Academy still in that, or are they?
They're double A.
They're double A.
Mhm.
Okay.
So for all our other
It's
sports,
changed so much since my boys were there. So at FRA, so it's changed so much. So
for all our other sports, you know how they split it. It's just single A and 2A. So our volleyball team, our basketball team, they are in with FRA.
Yep,
They're in that middle or District 3 with the FRA. I'm blanking.
Yeah.
But yeah, those other schools,
Yeah.
FRA,
those other
those
schools.
other ones.
I
Yeah,
just-
you name them. Yeah.
PGA,
Yeah.
St. Cecilia,
Football
those
is
schools.
so different of how they do, not just in Division II, in everything, the way they group stuff. But anyway, so tell us a little bit about. We got one of your players here tonight. Let us know about this young man over here. He looks like a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, so Hudson Follis is a senior on our football team. As a small school, we have a lot of guys that go both ways. I think Hudson has played in our games. I had pretty much every single snap, whether it's special teams, defense, offense.
Oh, man.
He's our starting X receiver, plays outside linebacker for us as well. He's been in the end zone 3 times this year, but makes tons of contested catches. I mean, he's the guy on third down as I'm calling plays, and I need a guy to go to make a big play. We're going to Hudson Follis. And then on top of that, just his senior leadership through the offseason, in this transition, and being with FCA since 7th grade, 6th grade, being someone who's an FCA product since we started in 5th grade, but he started in 6th, all the way up through, to see him kind of witness this vision and lead this transition along with, there's a couple other seniors that are right there with him in step, but Hudson really does a really good job of that, and he going both ways, and as tough as he plays, playing outside linebacker. I mean, last week we were playing a wing team in Collinwood, and he's setting the edge on basically every run play and setting the edge against tackles and guards, and then turning around and making catches and making plays for it on offense. So Hudson's a great player for us, but a great leader for us as well.
I picked them to beat Ezel Harding, by the way.
Yeah, that was the other. That was a 15-13 win. I got that. Coach, real quick before we get him up, tell us a little bit about that Collinwood win, because again, this is on the road, and it came right down to the very last play, didn't it?
Yes, so we were down 2 scores with 6. So we jumped out 2 scores right off the bat. Our first 2 drives, we score, we're up. We let them get back in the game and score once more before half. And then with 6 minutes to go, we're down 9 points. With a wing T team, you feel like, oh, goodness, they're kind of leaning on us in the run.
Yeah.
How can we get the ball back? We're fortunate to get a stop. We have we score in 18 seconds. We have a kick return that gets us back to about the 40, hit a shot play up the seam, and then punch it in on a run. So we scored in 18 seconds. Get our stop, use our timeouts, drive down and kick a field goal to go up 1 with about 40 seconds left. So we're 30-29. We kick it deep. We're unable to hold, and they get all the way to the 7. And they're with 4 seconds left, they go to kick it, and we block the kick as time expired. And so for us, it was a huge win. Ezel Harding and Collinwood were 2 of our teams we scheduled last year as an independent, and they beat us in both those matchups. So for us, I know these seniors especially, they were kind of on a list of like, we're going to go back and we're going to, in their place, go get them this year, and we're able to do that. But it was an out. I wish the game was not as close as it was, but we're not going to apologize for winning.
Yeah. Well, that's back-to-back ones where it's kind of come down to pretty tight finishes here, but good wins. And like you said about the team having that true like year-to-year, look at how far we've come kind of thing. That's got to make you feel pretty good as a coach then.
Absolutely. Fired up. And again, these seniors, we told them today, especially as we enter the meat of our schedule, we have a lot of growth, a lot of good things we can do, but they're fighting their tail off. And I told them Friday night, if we don't play well, we're going to be in a dogfight, but I'll take us every time in a dogfight. And so they really embody that.
Well, with FCA being hosting here and having that, tell us a little bit about just the school, the program, the community here, because when you guys get a home game this week, what are we going to see? It's the silo, right?
Absolutely. If you guys have been on our campus or if you've driven down
It's a
Mac Hatcher.
beautiful campus, by the way. It really is.
Yes, so we have the silo pays homage to 2 things. If you go inside the school originally met in the factory in its inception. So the first place it met was the factory. So the silo pays homage to the water tower look at the factory, and then also the Short Family Farm that we're located on. There's actually a silo just across Mac Hatcher that it pays homage to. And a Friday night, I'm obviously very biased, but it doesn't get much better. We have a natural hill that's on our upper parking lot, so tailgating happens that overlooks the stadium. We have great seating. It's all brand new this year. We've upgraded our seating. And then the way it looks out over Mac Hatcher and into the Short Family Farm is the sunset. And so right around kickoff, there's this beautiful sunset that you can see really well from the silo, and then the barn-like look of the school. It's tough to beat. And then our community really shows up for football games.
Yeah.
And they've really gotten behind this team. Football, we say, is the front porch of a lot of things. And so for a team to be fighting like they are, knowing odds are against them, and having some success right now, the community's really rallying behind them.
Can you tell us a little passionate about this, Garth? Yeah.
Well,
You're
I've
an alum too, right,
I've driven
Coach?
by, and when they opened up the Mac Astor extension, it certainly gave a front row to the school, and it is beautiful over there. It certainly is. I'll admit, I guess I had lower expectations of the success of you guys this year, and you're shocking a lot of people right now, which will only help your school. I mean, you're right there by West Haven. Where do most of your students come from? Are they in the West Haven area there, or are you having students come in from so many different areas?
Yeah, so we have a lot from West Haven. They ride their bike over to school. But we also have a good bunch from the Nolensville area. We have Spring Hill families. And then obviously right down 96, you get to Fairview and even Dixon. So we have some kids that commute from Fairview and Dixon because it's about 25 minutes, just 96 to Highway
It's
100.
further to get from Nolensville than it is to get
Right.
from Fairview.
So we kind of all over Williamson County and even into Murray County as well.
That's one thing that I was talking, I forget who I was talking about this the other night. We were talking about how the school, there's 9 high schools in Williamson County, but when you make that, and I'm talking about Williamson County,
WCS
WCS.
side, yeah.
But when you step outside and you drive to Fairview, people don't realize how big this county is. If you go from Nolensville all the way to Fairview, you're almost an hour. It would have to be in Charles. You know that too well because you travel between the games.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you guys are basically centralized right there now with Mac Hatcher the way that it has. It's really helped your exposure.
Yeah, we feel like we're well located. Obviously, BGA's a stone's throw from us, and Grace Christian's about 15 minutes down the road, just a little bit further south. But we feel like just where we are on that side of 96, we're well located to get exposure. And then with Mac Hatcher opening up, like you've alluded to, that really helped us.
Mm-hmm.
How big a squad do you have?
So we're up to 31. But
31.
But when I say up, we were talking about it today. Hudson and I were, I think, in the off season, probably in our spring workouts, we were averaging about 11 at workouts. And there's a combination of things: the transition, a coaching transition.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
There's a lot going on, and so it's slowly. I figured we'd probably start the season around 23, 24. We've had some guys come out within the halls, which is really good. But I'd say in our rotation, we're only playing about 17 or 18 guys total. And it's a testament to the work they've put in the offseason. They're in great, tremendous shape and have, knock on wood, have held up so far.
Well, you guys are doing a phenomenal job keeping them in conditioning. And Adam, that was here earlier, the strongman, he would praise you guys for the work you guys are doing in conditioning and nutrition.
Coach, I think we should get Hudson up here to chat a little bit here, man. But thank you
Absolutely.
so much for coming on. Really looking
Thank
forward
you,
to the
Coach.
opportunity to chat and follow a little more. Again, this is Casey Jorgensen of FCA coming on here. We have a young man who's our other Heart of the Team Award winner here. So we were actually a week behind, so this is pretty special. Hudson, happy to have you come on board, man.
Thank
Coach,
you.
Coach said some pretty good things there. How does that make you feel?
Made me feel good.
Good.
Hard
Well-
work's paying off.
By hard work, too. He mentioned it. We have a lot of our larger schools represented here oftentimes, but getting to talk to a team of about 30 guys is a lot of fun. And the idea of the growth from 8-man to 11-man to here. Welcome to D2A Middle Region. Whoa, what's that been like for you? Those kind of transitions and that change.
Well, it's been really exciting. Playing from 8-man, there was some competition there, but we kind of ruled the 8-man space, what you could say. And I was just kind of tired of it. I wanted to play some good teams, some well-known teams like Nashville Christian. I wanted to play those guys. So it's been a lot of fun. I love the growth, and it's also just brought us as a team a lot together because not a lot of guys. We're going through a hard transition. It's brought the brotherhood. So
Can I ask you a pretty tough question?
yes, sir.
Going from 8-man your junior year into your first year of 11 on 11, did it ever cross your mind to transfer so that you could play at a different level?
No, not at all. No.
I like that. Like to hear it.
I do too. But I'm sorry, I had to ask. I mean, your last year of high school and your first year to play 11v11, that's a big
Well,
challenge.
there was that transition period too. You had as a junior, you were playing 11-man too.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
There
I
we go.
missed
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
missed
yeah.
that. So
8,
okay.
11, then TSAA. Yeah,
Okay, TSSAA.
yeah,
I
sorry.
missed that. I'm sorry, but it's still
Mhm.
there's so much transferring going on now. It's hard to keep up with. So I commend you being committed to a
Mhm.
school that you started out at in the 6th grade, and you carry it on through and graduate fair. That's huge.
Mhm.
Another reason that you're a high character young man that
Mhm.
get this Heart of the Team award.
Definitely. Want to know a little, Hudson, about just what it takes to not take a play off, man. The coach said it. He introduced this. You're one of those guys that is like, hey, if it's going on, I'm there, and I'm trying to make a play on top of that too. Tell me about what the motivation, the drive, things like that, because you're in it all the time.
First off, gives me opportunities. I feel like I do want to play at the next level. So when college coaches see that, I feel like it's a pride. I feel like so, and thank you to my strength and conditioning coach. He's kept me really well in shape this off season. So
Yeah. That said, tell me of where do you see yourself? Like, if you could just pick a spot to play, what's the spot? Where do we want to see you at?
I don't really know yet. Still trying to figure that one out.
That's a tougher question than what I asked, Charles.
Well, that was the thing. I think coach is plugging him in everywhere, so it's like I'm just doing what I'm told, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Those are my kind of players, coach. I like that. What has this team kind of learned about you guys itself these last few weeks? I mean, because you guys have grinded to a couple good wins. Again, coming to 3-1 now, going into that meat of that middle region schedule coming up. But tell us about what you guys have learned about yourselves.
I think we've really learned that we can do it. Like going into the off season, I think our lowest show out for workouts was 5 people. And I think the really turning point was when the coaches brought us into the office and they were like, we're going to have a team. We're going to do this. And that kind of just flipped a switch in me where I was like, all right, like we can do this. And, playing these first couple of games, like I think we will be a dominant program.
There's something to be said about the feeling of a pride and a loyalty here right from day one here in this new transition from you all here. Can you speak a little bit about that camaraderie and just what it means to be at FCA for you?
Could you repeat?
Just that idea of like, hey, this is my school. I'm proud to wear this jersey, that kind of thing, and you're making history by being part of the first team in TSSAA too.
Yeah, just I think what really motivates me is just my teammates, my brotherhood that I have there, and the community. So,
Do you play any other sports besides football?
I used to play basketball. I'm thinking about playing basketball this year.
Darren could use you. He could use you, trust me.
Yeah.
I bet he's probably talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Coach joins. When he's on campus,
it's not an accident. He shows up to y'all's practice and your football games. He's there recruiting for his basketball team, I'd say.
I'm in his class too, so
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Does he
I
teach
see.
marketing
I see.
there?
sports marketing. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. This week coming up, getting to host a DCA program like this. Tell us a little bit about how we keep that success level going and what it's going to take to beat those guys.
Yes, sir. I feel like this week we really got to bring the details at practice. We've got to do the right things. We have to take mental notes, really good mental notes of what our landmarks are on routes. And I believe if our offense and our O-line plays really good, we will beat this team.
When it comes to, hey, we're right here down the road Friday night, give us a little taste of the atmosphere playing at home there at FCA.
It's so much fun. Our fans are loud. They're always showing out. It's a great environment.
I love it. Hey, part of this award, as the heart of the team here, we always ask our leaders here, and this you being such a standout in that front, can you tell us a little bit of advice maybe for younger players out there, younger athletes, about just what it takes to be a good teammate, to be a supportive one, and to make an impact on a team?
You can never put yourself first. I'll tell you that. Team is always first, no matter who you are, how good you are. You're not you're not better than the program. You have to be humble.
Very well said.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's
T-shirts down to be made, Coach.
yeah, that's very well said, young man. And you know, moving forward, you'll always remember this for the rest of your life, of the things that you've had to go through this, to get up to this season right here, and the competition that you're going to face these next several games. So, good luck. We wish you wish you the best, and you are a true picture of what a Stonegate home player or Heart of the Team award is. And I will make sure, Charles will make sure, Coach will make sure that you get your swag for being here tonight.
Yes, we thank you so much. Hudson, congratulations, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As he said, a recent Stonegate Homes Heart of the Team Award winner. Hudson here, a senior at FCA, and Mr. Do-All athlete there, too, for Coach Jorgensen and the Falcons. Excited for that team. We are wrapped up here. The WillCo Sports Power Hour brought to you by Tim Thompson, Premier Realtors, Gateway Tire and Service, Toyota Cool Springs, Matthews Team Sports, John Mayer Builders, Civil Construction, and Stonegate Homes.
Let everybody know where they can, if they didn't have an opportunity to catch the host show, tell everybody where they can find us.
It's out there on Facebook. Check it out on the Williamson Herald and Gateway Tire and Auto Facebook pages. Two quick notes here. Some news items. Friday night, Friday. It is Friday night, I think. Centennial hosting though. Centennial football game. Tyrell Dotson's going to be in town. The Miami Dolphins linebacker, they're going to be retiring his number 25 jersey, so that's a pretty special one. Hopefully we could have a little chat with Tyrell at some point, too. Might even hear from him on our high school Power
I was going to
Hour Friday
ask
night.
you, hey, could we any way to get him on our high school show?
A Centennial grad. He's playing Thursday night football against Buffalo, his former team. So Tyrell Dotson will be in town. Looking forward to a little chat with him. Excited about that. Some news coming up in the Williamson Herald on him. Also, the Tennessee women's soccer program as well, too. They had a #1 ranking before a loss last week, but first time ever they were #1 in the nation. Pretty special. 4 local girls, Sarah Kate Rath, Allie Martin, Kennedy Price, and Keaton Mitchell. Those are Ravenwood and BGA grads. They're all making key contributions to one of the best teams in the nation.
As a reminder,
Fun stories.
We're off next Monday night here at Tony's Eat and Drink. We will be live Friday night with our high school sports show on 104.5 The Zone from 9 to 11. And we invite everyone tune in to our show there. We mix in not only high school football through the mid-state, but we also mix in some Williamson County sports right there in that first hour. So, and that's on podcast as well, live and on the 104.5. I believe, if I'm correct, this show will be on 104.5 podcast as well.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
Got to get it there.
It's supposed to be. Anyway, we'll find out. Anyway, thanks for everybody tuning in tonight. For Charles and myself, we wish everybody a happy week and blessed week. So thank you, everyone.
We'll see you next time.